Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my first update on my Pan That palette for 2019. So today I'm doing my first update for my Pan That palette 2019. For this year I am trying to pan a couple of shades in the Masquerade Mini by Juvia's Place. So I'm going to start by go ahead and showing you where I started it from last time. I'll go ahead and insert a picture here. And this is where we're at right here. Let me get close. I apologize if I'm a little oily. I did just get off work and I had this makeup on for a few hours, so that's just my disclaimer before I get up there. Okay, so this is a closer look for you. All right there. I made some good dips, especially in this shade Geyser and Casablanca. And I used some of the blues like I intended to. Okay, so for my first month, I mainly wanted to focus on the mattes because those are the shades that I'm really like trying to finish. And I learned that it really doesn't take a lot to create a look, so I'm gonna really have to put in some work using these mattes, especially with the Ada shade. This one I was expecting to have pan on because it already, you know, I had a head start. I had a good dip in it, but it doesn't take a lot of product to create a look, especially for my eyes. There's not a lot of lid space, so I've been really mainly focused on that on the mattes for the first month. And I found out using the Burkina shade, I've been using that to actually set my my concealer and my eye primers when I do my eye shade. I noticed that it doesn't really make it doesn't make it brown. It just gives me a little tint because I am using my concealer shade. So I've been implementing that when using my looks. I even used the Bori shade, this one. That was the one I said I hated. It is a pretty color. It's just that I don't like that the glitter gets everywhere. But I think I'm going to be able to use that more often. Now, it was a struggle for me to like use this because I started this Pan That palette challenge in this year, January. And in December, I got 2 new palettes. I got the Blood Sugar palette on the last week of December, and the week before that, on Christmas Eve, I got this palette, the Alien palette. And for Black Friday, I got my Huda Beauty Rose Gold Remaster palette. So that's been hard for me because I'm just like, oh, I want to use something new. Like, I have my new stuff, I want to use it. So it was hard for me to set time and days to actually really focus on this and use it. And I didn't want to neglect this. I was already, you know, regretting like, oh my God, why did I do that challenge? Because after I used these palettes, I fell in love with them and I want to use them. But I've been working through it and I've been getting good use out of this. Now, my plan for February, I really want to mainly focus on these metallic shades. Of course, I'm going to use the mattes too, but I really want to get the working on these. And I plan to pair it up with my e.l.f. Matte for Matte palette. That's what it looks like on the inside. And I just feel like these colors will pair nicely with these mattes will pair nicely with these metallic shades. So that's my plan for February. Now, because I do have newer palettes in my collection that I really want to get use out of, I also plan to, you know, pair this palette with my newer palettes. But out of the month, I want to give myself a week of just using anything else other than this. So what I have been doing has been working for me. I've been using this like every other day. And even on the days I don't use this, I use that brown... Ooh, I just scratched my shadow, you guys. Look, I got a dent in it. But on the days I don't even use this palette, I do want to use this Burkina shade just to set my, you know, my concealer before doing my eyeshadow, just to get use out of it. But no, I think I made pretty good progress. It could have been better. I'm trying to do better for February. I'm really trying to get some dips in these blues, and I need to start working on these purple shimmer shades right here because those I haven't touched and I really want to, you know, get into those. I want to do a lot of red pinkish looks for February, and I want to do like multicolored cut crease. So for today, I actually did use this palette and I used a couple of mattes out of here. What I did is I started by using Burkina as a transition shade. Then I went to Zobo and I used that as a different transition shade. And then I cut my crease. And as you can see, I did 3 colors. I did Casablanca on the inner corner, Geyser in the middle, and I did Zola on the outer corner, and I think it came out very nice. And I plan on doing a lot of this, just using like 3 colors for a cut crease versus 1 or 2 colors. I just want to do like multicolor looks just to, you know, get some progress on these pans and these shades and really get use out of the palette. I haven't touched Dahlia yet. I was really surprised that I didn't touch this, and I'm surprised that I'm using Geyser more because I'm really liking this shade. Like, it's a nice white metallic shade, and it just goes paired nicely with these with the other colors. As you can see, I put it in the middle today, but I want to do some looks using this, like just with the purples and with the green and with the blues. So I think I'm gonna try to hit pan on this one. Not within the next month, of course, but as you remember my last video, I said I want to hit shade on a couple of shimmers, but I'm not really sure which one, so I'm still figuring that out. I know Casablanca is one of them because I have like a huge dip in it, but I think I want Geyser to be another one and one of these blues. I'm not sure which one, but because I like both of them. I also want to get some good use out of this green too, because I haven't touched that as well. But so far there's what? There's 16 shades in this palette, and I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's 16 shades in this palette, and so far I've been using like 11 of them. That's pretty good for like my first month, but I want to try to get more use out of it. I want to make sure I use every single shade within February. And that is my goal. So yeah, I want to get to working on the shimmers and pair it with this e.l.f. palette and see what I can create. Oh my goodness. So I accidentally scratched a big chunk out of this shade, and I just realized it's all on my jeans. Horrible. But yeah, those are my goals for February and using my Pan That palette. Again, let me know if you have any suggestions or comments or concerns. And let me know if you want a tutorial on this look. I didn't film this today because I was getting ready for work, but I don't know, a lot of people seem to like it, so I may try to film it for you guys. But that concludes this video on my Pan That palette for 2019. If you did enjoy this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up, comment, and consider subscribing. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for your time, and I hope you all have a good day or night. Bye.